I definitely need more than one cup of coffee to do this video. Yeah, cheers. Dior Homme Intense, I like type of fragrances from the cheapest to the niche part. Okay, stay tuned after this intro. What's going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. I have a great video for you guys today. I know a lot of you guys love Dior Homme Intense or any other fragrance that smells like Dior Homme Intense, like Dior Homme Intense alike type of a fragrance, and I have a bunch of them here today. How many of them that I have here for you guys today? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not only 7, okay? 7 great Dior Homme Intense. Dior Homme Intense, of course, is included on this video, duh. But I'm just gonna break him down briefly for you guys today, just because I don't want this video to be way too long, to see which one would you like better. I know a lot of you guys love Dior Homme Intense, and a lot of you guys as well hate Dior Homme Intense. So I don't know which category are you in, but anyway, I'm pretty sure there's something for everybody on this video, because this is me, okay? And to not make this video way too long, please don't forget to give me a big like for encouragement, and click that subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it, and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is popping. One sip of coffee and we're good to go. First fragrance on this list is the cheaper counterpart. You can find this fragrance from any ZARA for under $30. Yes, it's the most expensive fragrance from the ZARA boutique. Yes, it's $29.99. That's the most expensive, but honestly it will worth more than its price point. I just love this scent, and surprisingly enough, it's one of the longest lasting ZARA fragrances on my skin. It doesn't shout out as loud. It's got a nice triage, but it sticks to your skin just due to the fact to its sweetness from the Dior Homme Intense alike that this one definitely has, and it just sticks to your skin like 8+ hours. And from a ZARA fragrance for under $30, that's a great deal on its own. I'm just talking about ZARA GANACHE TONKA. This is such a beautiful scent, guys. This is probably the least Dior Homme Intense alike when it comes to the opening. It's totally different than the other ones. It's totally different than Dior Homme Intense just because it's a big melange of way too many different fragrances combined all together in the opening. It reminds me of Intoxicated by Kilian / Dior Homme Intense, but once this one dried down, it's pretty much Dior Homme Intense, okay? And the older version as well, the silver color vintage Dior Homme Intense. That's why I love this one, and it's highly recommended. If you love coffee and ganache chocolate on top, this is a great one for that. I just love it. It's highly recommended, honestly. One of my favorite ZARAs and one of my favorite cheapies, like bar none, ZARA GANACHE TONKA. My second category is Dior Homme Intense. I like laid back and a little mature or a little older, okay? Or somebody that just doesn't like to shout out as much but still smell great, okay? And I'm talking this time about Gentleman Givenchy Eau de Parfum. This is such a beautiful one, guys. I love this one. It smells like Dior Homme Intense to a certain extent, but with added a lot of patchouli in it. And the patchouli definitely gives it class, and it gives it more maturer vibe. I'm not saying old, but definitely somebody on his late 20s to in his 30s or so. And this is something that would last, but it wouldn't shout out as loud. It's not as obnoxious as Your Homme Intense. This is more it's got a nice bubble around it, but it's just not way too far, okay? It's not way too offensive. It's something that you just can wear on dates, for example, and you smell great, especially if you are dressing up, which I'm not at this point. Unlike Dior Homme Intense, for example, that I personally don't see it as a date scent. Just way too much, okay? But this one, on the other side, it's a definite classier date scent, and it smells great. This is one of my favorite Givenchys. Givenchy, gentlemen, eau de parfum, such a beautiful one. And the fact that I just opened that cap like this, I can smell it. And the patchouli nuances here are big, but they're good patchoulis. It's not like hipsters or hippie patchoulis in a way. No, this is good stuff, okay? Just try this one out. The next category that I have on my list is the more romantic Dior Homme Intense. Yes, and I'm talking about Valentino UOMO Intense. Look at how romantic that bottle is, first of all. This is a little different than Dior Homme Intense just because of the hazelnut note in here. And I'm telling you guys, I just love hazelnut in fragrances. Just, it gives a very sexy, nutty, chocolatey feel. What I'm trying to say is it's a note to die for. This is a beautiful scent. It's definitely one of my favorite Dior Homme Intense I like, even though I like this one to be a fragrance on its own. I consider all these fragrances honestly to be fragrances on their own, and I just love them all the way they are. Even though they are very resemblant to Dior Homme Intense, but they have their own characters on its own way, okay? And this one, it's a beautiful one, and it projects and it lasts, okay? And this one garners compliments. This is definitely a night out type of a fragrance, but it's more on the romantic side, okay? The next category that I have on this list is the actual Dior Homme Intense, okay? And I'm talking about the 2011 version, which is an older batch, a great batch of Dior Homme Intense. Look how dark that juice is by itself, and this is a very strong, obnoxious when it comes to iris type of Dior Homme Intense. Okay, this one would last, this one would project, and it would smell great. But at the same time, opposed to the vintage silver color Dior Homme Intense, look how compared to that one, how darker that juice is compared to that one. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but seriously, even though this one is pretty dark and dense, it's much fresher and it's gonna some fresher nuances compared to that one right here, which is like 100 times denser than that one. And this one also have a cocoa note that this one doesn't have as well. So if this one is dark, this one is way too dark, okay? I love this one, seriously guys, it's one of my favorite. If you just smell them side by side, you definitely would smell the difference, okay? And I feel like this one could be just way too rich for some people, okay? I just love rich fragrances, and that's why I just love this one. But a lot of people at the same time just feel like Dior Homme Intense in general just way too thick with the lipsticky note, okay? And this is definitely that, okay? This is that as well, but at a lesser instinct. And if you realize I didn't mention Dior Homme Intense nowadays formulation, because in my honest opinion, nowadays formulation of Dior Homme Intense, it's a great smelling fragrance, but it's not Dior Homme Intense anymore. To me, it's more of a vintage, denser Dior Homme. It's definitely on the fresher side, and all the darker, richer nuances are gone from it, okay? It's got some slick iris note in the background, and that's pretty much it. It's just a fresh fragrance, okay? And I love it. I just want to own it one of these days. I'm not in rush just because I have Dior Homme Vintage, but Dior Homme Intense nowadays formulations is definitely like a Dior Homme Vintage intensified. I also have the darker parfum version, which is getting hard to find, and I'm talking about Dior Homme Parfum, which is a great scent on its own. I love this scent. They added a leather note in here, and they made this fragrance way too dark, okay? Just kind of like a gothic, sweet, dark type of a fragrance. Smells great. For being a designer, I don't think this is a designer scent at all. Seriously guys, it doesn't smell like one, it doesn't feel like one, and the quality there is just to die for. One of my favorite designer scents of all time, more than silver colored Dior Homme Intense, honestly, Dior Homme Parfum. It's such a beautiful one. The leather note, it's very dark, big leather note that they added in here, and smells great. I haven't worn this one in a long time, honestly, and I just need to wear this one soon. But wait a second, Dior Homme Parfum wasn't my niche category, but my niche category is D600 by CARNER Barcelona, which is a great, beautiful scent that I love. And it smells like Dior Homme Intense, but definitely with a twist. It's a niche brand, and they added their twist to make this fragrance to be smelling like niche. And it is definitely that, with these spicy nuances they added on top of the regular Dior Homme Intense that this one smells like, okay? There's a lot of cardamom in here. There's a lot of smokiness, but subdued smokiness in here as well. And it smells great. It's definitely fresher version of Dior Homme Intense. This is more on the fresher side, but the darker nuances kind of like makes this fragrance to be layered more. There's a lot of layers on this fragrance. It's unlike Dior Homme Intense, which is like kind of like a block, like lipstick in your face, boom, and that's it. This is freshness. This is iris, this is smoky, this is spicy, this is sexy. It's layered, okay? That's why I prefer this fragrance. That's why I kind of love the idea behind this fragrance and how they created it at the first place. D600 is just amazing, I'm just telling you, okay? So this is pretty much the video, guys. I want you guys in the comment section down below to tell me which category are you in? Which category are you more attracted to? Do you feel like it's more you? Are you a Dior Homme Intense lover or hater? I know there is lovers and haters out there. There's people that definitely hate that fragrance, and there's people that just die for this fragrance at the same time. So what category are you in? And which fragrance from the fragrances that I showed you today that you feel it's more you? It's a fragrance that you just prefer on you the most, okay? For me, for example, if you just want to be more gothic, I'll just go with Dior Homme Parfum. If you just want to be just that loud, obnoxious dude, Dior Homme Silver Color. Or if you just want to be balanced and layered, I'll go with D600. Don't forget to give me a big like, because my goal to this video is 300 likes, and the more the merrier, of course, but 300 likes is the goal of this video, so please just click that like button and click that notification bell. Well, you need to click subscribe first and the notification bell right next to it, and follow me on my outstanding Instagram. At least that's what I think, okay? So just go follow me on Instagram as well. And this is it. I know sponge making smelling good always easy. Peace.